So lately I've been getting some emails and some messages and sometimes phone calls from people that they want the quick fix. They want to know, how do I get to enlightenment tomorrow? How does this happen? How do I fix all my problems but get enlightened at the same time? And can you do a reading on my brother or sister or my cousin or my child? You know, can you do a psychic reading or something like that? So I thought it was important for me to make a video on, first of all, where should you start if you wish to work with me specifically, and also for you to understand what enlightenment is about instead of you asking for things that really have nothing to do with this thing called self-realization. Now, there are a lot of misunderstandings out there about enlightenment and about gurus and about all this sort of thing, because there are a lot of different types of gurus. There are a lot of different types of spiritual teachers. And there are also a lot of spiritual people out there that have certain powers, but they are not gurus at all. So a spiritual teacher or guru assists you with getting free of your illusion. Okay? And what is that illusion? That illusion is made up of a misidentification. You think you are something that you are not. Therefore, you are not allowing yourself to be what you are. Okay? Now, this is incredibly useless to most people. They're like, what's the point of that? What's the point of being what I naturally am? Why would I even want that? Well, the reason why you would want this is because there is a very real experience that goes with this. You could call it heaven on earth. You could call it God. You could call it bliss. You could call it freedom, fulfillment, all of these things. But ultimately, this is what the enlightenment path and the self-realization path is about. It's not about saying, I wish to fix my body, and when I fix my body, then I will be happy. Now, as reasonable as this request might be, you know, I'm not making fun of you for making a request like this. You need to go to a surgeon, a doctor, a natural healer, and some gurus can do the healing as well, because when you are free from illusion, you can see how others' illusions are also affecting their health, you see? But ultimately, where to start is really important. Most people come with a bucket list like they're going to Santa Claus and say, hey, fulfill all these needs, and then perhaps I will follow you into this enlightenment thing. And that's just not how it works. How it works is you get free of your illusion first. You first seek the kingdom of God, or the kingdom of the self. And then from there, you will see many of the sufferings in your life will become unraveled. A lot of times your perspective will become unraveled, and you'll see that there was no reason to suffer in the first place, or the entire situation is dissolved, or there is a healing of some sort that happens on the physical level. I can explain this, why it happens this way, but I will reserve this for sessions with people, because with each person it is different. You know, for each person it's different. They're tied up with fears and desires, and they are thinking that when they get such and such item to prevent this fear, then they will be free of suffering. Okay, so when you come to a guru or a spiritual teacher of some level of realization, know this: you are asking to be free of the game of having to obtain this in order to be happy, or avoid that to be happy. That's why you go to a guru or spiritual teacher. You don't go to a guru or a spiritual teacher and say, I want a Lamborghini, help me get that. There are mystics, and there are healers, and there are mages and wizards and success speakers out there, people that are success seminars and talking about how to make more money. Those are the people you go to if you just want a Lamborghini. You see, it's not enlightenment that you're seeking. You're seeking to have your desires fulfilled because you still think that when you get that Lamborghini, you'll be happy. Okay? I'm here to say to you that you will not. At some point you will be bored of that, and then you will have to go to a bigger desire. It's kind of like drugs. Most drug addicts start at a small drug, but then they have to go to bigger and bigger and bigger drugs. That's the way desires work, and that's the way fears work. I'm here to free you from that game, as are other gurus of many different realizations. Okay, so this is how they work. They are here to bring you to a deeper sense of yourself and to have a deeper experience of life itself. So instead of needing a Lamborghini or $1 billion, you're so happy with a penny. Okay? Instead of having to be the most successful person in the world or the most healthiest, you are just happy with the amount of health you have, and you are experiencing a beautiful experience because of this. Okay? And of course, the healings and things do happen, but most people try to put the cart ahead of the horse. They say, give me all of my desires, and then I'll try to become free of them. Now, in the divine drama, maybe this can work, but it sure is a long way around to go. It's much faster to nip it in the bud, as they say, to get right to the source of what is causing the suffering in your emotions right now, in your mind, in your body. What is the stress right now? Let's get free of that. And that's what I do with you in sessions. I assist you with finding deeper and deeper levels of yourself. And I will, get you to do certain spiritual practices to assist with deepening this and expanding your own awareness. And you'll become aware of other levels and layers of emotions and suffering that you will become free of. But this is a process. It is years. It is not an overnight thing. It is not 2 weeks, and it's not spend $1,000 and get an initiation and then bang, you're enlightened. No. All of this is a process, and there are ways to speed the process up. But in the end, it has a lot to do with your own work and how willing are you to let go of your ideal? How willing are you to let go of your opinions of how things should be? See, it's a self-sacrifice to the infinite. It's a surrender. It's not a holding on to, this is the way things are because that's what I believe. It's the opposite of that. Okay? So I hope this helps explain a little bit about what this is. So where should you start? Okay? If you wish to work with me, I'm sure that there are other people that your heart might be drawn to. And if your heart is drawn to a teacher or a guru, then go there. That's a sure sign your heart's pulling you. Okay? So, but if you are drawn to working with me, I'd recommend that you do a phone session with me regularly, check in. If you wish to work with a guru, if you wish to use the guru as a path or a spiritual teacher as a path, or if you live close to me, you live on the west coast of Canada, you live in the Vancouver area, then come to the meditations on Thursday nights. That's a great place to start. And it's really like a satsang, and we go through different layers of meditation, and yes, you will be challenged. What is meditation? Because there's a lot of misunderstandings around that. And if you want to get an idea of what this process is like for someone to go through it, it's a good idea to read my book, Awakening with Arathi, because you'll see what I went through, the different levels of suffering and the different layers of tears and things, and the explosively grandiose experiences that happen when you are willing to go through that suffering and see through the illusion of it. Okay, so reading the book is a great idea to get a sense of what this path is all about. What is this? What is this enlightenment thing? What am I signing up for? And yeah, it's really up to you how fast you want to go or how much you want to work with a guru. It's all about your heart. What is guiding you? All I know is that I wouldn't be where I am now if I did not work as aggressively as I did with Arathi and also get help from other teachers along the way. Okay? So it's not the only way. If you put in a lot of effort and you do spiritual practices and you're always trying to see through your illusion and that's how you live your life, you know what? You can make it. You can actually become realized. You can become awake. You can get to tremendous heights on the spiritual path. It's not like you absolutely have to have a teacher, but it's like working out in the gym, or it's like doing anything in life. It's much easier and faster when someone can show you where your illusions are, or show you what you do not know yet about yourself. Okay, there are a lot of times that I was trapped in my own illusion I could not see. So the teacher was necessary to show me at that moment. Okay, but I'll do another video on, working with gurus, and is working with a guru necessary for enlightenment? Because there are a lot of misunderstandings around that too. Okay, well, thanks for listening. I hope this helps, and take care for now.